Hello, this is Dr. Candace Silvala from Rustic Ranch Remedies. In today's video, I wanted to show how to write a formula and create the formula from start to finish. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to label the top with what product we're making. I'm going to date it, and I'm going to write my batch size. Next, I'm going to list the ingredients I'm going to be using. So in this column here, I'm going to write the percentage of the formula that each ingredient will be. And then over here, I'm going to calculate how many grams that is. To calculate the grams, I take the total batch amount. We take the batch size, which is 30, and we multiply it by the percentage. If you remember from math, a percentage is a part of a whole. So 35% is 35% of 100. So what that calculates into is 0.35, because one is a whole. So it's 35% of that. So it's 30 times 0.35. You could also multiply 30 times 35 and then divide it by 100. This I find easier. And then just put that in your calculator, and that ends up being 10.5. So over here we're going to add 10.5 grams in our formula. So we're going to do that for each of these ingredients. So the total here will equal 30 grams as our batch size. And we always want to make sure that our percentage equals 100. So all these numbers over here equal 100. And all the numbers over here equal 30. So that's a very basic way of how to write a formula. And so when I create the formula, I'm going to use these numbers right here and make sure that I'm looking at the grams and not the percentages when I am weighing my ingredients. So the theme of this formula that I'm creating is a facial oil for congested skin going into summer. The papaya seed oil here helps with clearing out dead cells. It has exfoliating qualities to it. The apple seed helps with repairing sun damage. It's very high in vitamin E. It's a very light oil. It is high in linoleic acid, which is really nice oil. It's really light. It's really good for all skin types. Cucumber seed oil is also high in linoleic acid, and it's just a really nice light oil. And then jojoba seed oil is a really nice liquid wax that mimics a lot of the properties in our skin and helps regulate sebum production, which is oil production. So this oil is meant for really all skin types. For summer, it's a lighter oil, helps with some exfoliation, some brightening. Also good for clearing out any congestion in the skin. And we need a CO2 extract here, the Rosemary CO2 Extract, in order to prevent these oils from going rancid. So it just helps to elongate that shelf life. So I've gathered my equipment. I need a scale, a beaker, a stirring rod, and some pipettes along with our oils. So I'm going to zero out, tare the beaker, so I'm not weighing the beaker in my formula. And I'm first starting with the jojoba oil. The jojoba oil I've placed in this mason jar, and in the bottom there are vanilla beans. So this is what is going to scent the product. It's a really beautiful smelling oil with the vanilla. So I'm going to tare this out again. And now we're going to add the cucumber seed oil. We're going to tear this scale again and then add the apple seed oil. And now I'm going to add the papaya seed oil. This oil smells absolutely lovely. It smells like the fresh fruit. It's sweet and fruity. So that papaya oil is exfoliating. It helps to remove and fade dark spots in the skin. It's antibacterial, so that's really good for acne-prone skin. It increases wound healing and skin repair. It's anti-inflammatory. It's really going to help with congested skin, removing debris with that and the enzymes that are naturally in it. And last, we're going to include our Rosemary CO2 Extract. And this is going to be just maybe 1 or 2 drops. So now that we have all our oils in the beaker, we're going to give it a nice stir. And I have 2 little 15 milliliter dropper bottles here that I'm going to fill up. And then we always label and date. If you're a formulator, you'll be able to refer back to the formula, knowing the name that you gave it and the date, and refer back to your formula and write additional notes here. Things that you might want to write are the scent, the feel on the skin, how it performed, the color, any problems you had during production, any notes you want to make for next time. It smells really nice. It smells like the vanilla, and also I smell the sweetness from the papaya. It feels so silky smooth on the skin. It doesn't feel greasy at all. It feels like just like this nice slick feeling. I'm going to finish writing down the notes I have for this formula, but those are the basics of making a formula from start to finish. Writing down your ingredients, the percentages you want to use, knowing your batch size, then finding the amounts that you need and how to do the calculation for that, weighing all the ingredients, putting them together. You also want to write the method for manufacturing. For a facial oil, you just mix the oils together. So I can actually write that here, the method of manufacturing, weighing and mixing the oils, and then pouring it into a container. Then we always want to make sure we label and date our product, and then write down the notes we have for our product. So this is going to be a really nice facial oil I'm going to try out for summertime. So I'll be taking notes on how this is helping keeping the congestion out of my skin and any other effects that I notice over time. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.